Here is me and Madam Susan. You are most welcome. This is the Entebbe One Media team. We are celebrating a week for women because tomorrow is a Women's Day. And we've chosen you to come and have something for the public because they're a very special woman in providing water for vulnerable groups of communities within Uganda. Susan is the director for Mission for Water, and they have been providing water sources to many communities in Uganda. You are most welcome to this show today. This is the Entebbe One media team, and the program is called On the Rooftop. You're most welcome once again. Tell us, Susan, how did you come to Uganda?
Well, I came for the first time in 2008 with my husband and a group of volunteers, and we were building a primary school in Mukundjeri. When I returned to UK, I found a problem. I'd left my heart in Uganda because we love you people.
Yeah, that's very good.
And so I had to come back. When I came back, we found there was a problem at the school we've been constructing with water. There was no water there, and I was really challenged by that, and I had to find a solution. I couldn't settle until I found water for there. And we came across this manual technique of drilling for boreholes. I teamed with engineer Sunday from the local vocational. We got the equipment from America. It was a gift. And since then, as I say, it is history. We've been traveling all over Uganda now, blessing people with water.
That's someone we very much want to know, because the celebrating Women's Day. What inspired you to come with the idea of providing water to communities which are really, which really badly need water?
You see, you in Uganda, you have a saying, water is life.
Exactly.
And it's very true. You know, in my country, we are very blessed.
Where do you come from?
I'm from the UK.
Yeah.
I come from a seaside resort called Bournemouth, on the coast. In fact, you may have heard of Bournemouth football team. If you haven't, then you should look out for them.
Yeah.
And so we are very blessed. We have water in all our houses. We have many taps even. We can always turn the water, and it's already treated, it's protected, it's safe. And when I came here and I saw the conditions that these people live in, especially the children who have to travel long distance to fetch water, they often get up very early before school. Sometimes it's still dark. They have to carry those very heavy jerry cans all the way to the top of the hill where they're staying. You know, sometimes there are snakes, I've heard. Sometimes there are even drownings for those children, and it broke my heart. I can't fix all the problems, but with God's help, we can just do it one well at a time. So our motto is blessing communities one well at a time.
Fantastic. Mission for Water is a very big organization currently, providing water sources to local communities which are vulnerable when it comes to water issues. Now, how many boreholes so far have you provided to Uganda?
We've made 192 throughout the country. So we started in Western region, but we've soon found that our facilities are required all over Uganda. So we've travelled from north, south, east and west. In fact, my engineer has a map and he's trying to colour in every district where we can go. Wherever there's a need, we will try. We can't survive. Our technology doesn't work in every situation, but wherever it can, we'll try and bless those people.
So, fantastic. Tell us something small about why is that you're so passionate about kids who are suffering with water, fetching water from long distances and very early morning. Sometimes they miss school because of water. What touches you closely?
I've been married for 26 years. One husband. And we are very happily married.
Great.
And when I got married, I wanted to be a good wife and a good mother. I wasn't so concerned about a career, but that was my objective, to be a good wife and a good mother. But God never blessed me with children. And I struggled with that. I thought, God, why are you not giving me children? And my friends all have children, some of them even by more than one husband, and I can't have any. And I was cross with God, actually, truthfully.
Yeah.
But God had the bigger picture. God already had a plan for the rest of my life, not just those early days. And I now know that it's because I have very many people here in Uganda who now call me mum. There are many, many orphans who don't have parents who call me mum, and I just love that. So those children are very precious. Those children are a gift from God, and I want them to know that how important and how precious they are.
Yes, I'm told that besides providing water to children, there is a way you also support them. like you support orphans and so many others. How do you support them also? Which other way do you support them?
I have a very big team of supporters behind me.
Oh, great.
I have a family behind me in the UK. I have churches. I have friends who have visited Uganda who are also in the team together. So although it looks like my husband and I are the ones here, there's a big team behind us. And sometimes I get challenged with a particular child or a particular family that need help. And I just reach out and I pray, God, find somebody to help these children. And God has always answered my prayers. You know, I once gave a sermon when I was returning to the UK to the church there, and they said to me talk about answered prayers. And I said, God is real for sure, because God always answers my prayers. I could not do this job without God on my side.
Fantastic.
He's never let me down, never.
Fantastic. God is good. All the time, God is good. We are in Komba Bukolwa, where He provided a ball a year ago. How do you see the people when you come in and people are smiling? What comes into your mind?
It's what makes my life worth living. You know, this is the things that I live for now. The joy of seeing people clean, fresh water. Only 2 weeks ago, we were in a certain village where we had failed to actually dig a borehole because the conditions were not conducive. Instead, we put a rainwater harvesting tank there. And in the church service on the Sunday morning, there's an old gentleman of 85 years who stood up and he said, "This is the first time I have ever had clean water in my life."
Fantastic.
And that brought tears to my eyes, truthfully, because those are the little things that make my life worth living. You know, if I can just bless this one and this one, then praise God.
Thank you. Before I let you go, Madam Susan, there's something I want you to talk about. Tomorrow is the Women's Day, International Women's Day, and at Entebbe, we at Entebbe One designed this week to be a Women's Week. What message do you have for the women out there who are looking at you?
Well, I know that the Ugandan women, they work very hard.
Great.
Very, very hard, and I admire them greatly. You know, I would say choose one husband and stick with him. Be faithful. Serve your husband very well. Look after him. Look after your children, because we've already said children are very precious. But never be limited by what you think you can do. You know, the world is your oyster. You can do anything if you put your mind to it and work hard and have an ambition. So yes, be ambitious in life. You know, there's nothing which is impossible if you just try. And I do believe, I'm a Christian by faith, and I do believe that God answers prayers. So I would say pray about it as well, because that's really important. You know, but I would also say there's something else I'm also passionate about, and that's I want to see Ugandan people lifted out of poverty. There's still a lot of poverty here, which a lot of it is unnecessary. I wish people would just reduce on the sizes of their families. If they just had 1, 2, maybe 3 children and looked after those children very well, they educated them very well, then the next generation will be prosperous. If they continue to have these big families that they can't educate, they can't look after them, then we're never going to get a better Uganda. So I feel very passionate about that as well.
Okay. Madam Susan, Mission for Water Director, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate all your concerns and your support towards the Ugandan communities, especially which are less privileged and have a problem with water. You've had her. This is Madam Susan, Director of Mission for Water. You've had her. She has really dedicated most of her time and support to helping Ugandans. This is Entebbe One. We are very thankful for your support.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming and joining us.
God bless you.
May God bless you. Thank you so much.